This is Amy of AJC Magic TV. We're live at Kennywood Park. First time for a nighttime stream since the Christmas time. This is the Kangaroo Ride. They actually put it back in. I do have something on my Instagram story. We'll just show it for a little bit. But we'll walk around, stroll around the park, and enjoy the lights. And we'll enjoy watching the Kangaroo Ride. Pretty fun ride for kids who just graduated out of Kittyland, and good family fun ride. The Kangaroo, they actually rebuilt it. And hello, Coaster Mom, welcome in. They took it out last summer, rebuilt this area and fixed it up. I'm not sure if a lot of public pressure or what they decided, how they decided to bring back the Kangaroo. But Kennywood Park is celebrating 125 years. The big anniversary year is next 2023, but they started this year and repainted the park, decorated the park, started getting back to somewhat normalcy, put in the Kangaroo Ride back in. They repainted the area with little kangaroos and everything, and you'll get to see how this ride works. They're just loading, everyone, so we'll show in a minute. Yeah, they have ice cream here, lots of different ice cream. One of the reasons why the George Washington statue is there is this is like French and Indian wartime grounds. George Washington and General Braddock and a lot of French and Indian War people have marched through here. Say you are a Warriors fan, Amy, or I'm unsubbing. Well, considering that we don't have an NBA team, although the Celtics have always been one of my favorites with Larry Bird and a few other players along the years, but I'll root for your Warriors. Welcome in, Ian B. Thank you for joining. I welcome you in. We are at Kennywood Park. It's located in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, a suburb of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's on the Monongahela River. If you come to Pittsburgh, you kind of go a couple miles up the river, down the river. You kind of go down the river a little bit and you'll run into Homestead, where Sandcastle Water Park, and then Kennywood Water Park, and they're owned by the same company. Yeah, buying ice cream. Unfortunately, a lot of times when I come to Kennywood, the ice cream, the soft serve ice cream stand, usually has a line about a mile long. And then they do have an ice cream stand that's owned by Millie's, which is a homemade hard ice cream, very flavored. But we'll watch the Kangaroo Ride, walk around, take in the neon. And you will see a video of the kangaroo on my Instagram, and I just did a short of the Kangaroo Ride. But you can see them going up the ramp. That's why it's called the Kangaroo. I want a zoo Sunday. Let's see how the Kangaroo Ride works. You go up that ramp and you kind of fly through the air. I'm sure he took Zach and Abby if they came to Kennywood. He probably could handle it. Joey would love this ride. But I don't see Lisa, Keith, and Joey coming up here unless it's like 100 degrees out. But I know Joey would love this ride. But yeah, I'm sure Jeff rode this with Abby at some time in her life. Yeah, it goes around in circles, but it goes up that little ramp also. It goes around in circles, and then see how it goes up the ramp? So it's not really like a real true circle ride. They do have a Johnny Rockets here. They used to do it where you had to make a reservation and sit down inside, but it was too popular, so they just made it, you make your order and then you go have a seat down and sit down at the restaurant Johnny Rockets. We'll walk around the lagoon. You can take in the neon. I remember when I worked here in the summertime, they used to have shows right where that roller coaster and the sky coaster is located. I know this is a last minute stream, and I know people will be going live for various shows for hockey, basketball, NBA, also in the parks because it's almost fireworks time. But I do thank you for joining. Right now at Kennywood, they're doing something on the weekends called Bites and Pints Food Festival. And I'll show you, they have different booths, and you can buy a Bites and Pints card. But this is the festival that's going on. And this one is the Italy booth, and this is some of the food that they have here. Hello, Paul Engel. And then they have the bite cards where you can get different samples. And then they have one that's like $59.99 for 15 samples. Or you could just pay as you go for certain foods. But this one's the Italy one. But that's the Bites and Pints. And then they have a Grease booth. So they're kind of having their food and drink festival like almost everybody has drink and food festivals now. This is at the Greek booth. They have the gyros and the grape leaves. There's beer, wine. And they have a welcome center where you can buy your bite cards or festival merch. And then this is one of their midway refreshment stands. I used to work at that stand. They really changed it up a little bit though. They used to have Philly steak and cheeses, which they don't have there anymore. It's kind of disappointing. This is a new sign here. A direction sign that tells you about Kennywood and which way certain places are. But this is the Jackrabbit. And that's the midway refreshment stand. And you can see the kangaroos jumping over the building. And that's like the midway there. Hello, Phantasmic Chronicles, Tony. Welcome in. That's where you can see your Jackrabbit photos and rent out the paddle boats. I don't know if they have the Sky Coaster up and running. I don't think so. Usually you have to have people that are over 18 and they go through extensive training. Because my niece actually worked that ride or worked that Sky Coaster and the paddle boats and stuff. So they have that open. At least the times I've been there, it has not been open. And I don't think it's as popular anymore, the Sky Coaster. But there it is there. That's the steel curtain, the black and gold coaster there. It's pretty crowded. It is Saturday night. They are staying open till 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Otherwise, I think they only stay open till 8 or 9. I didn't check with the weekdays. This is one of their game booths. Here, it looks like you can win those giant pillow people. And like I said, there's a Germany pavilion for the bites and pints. And this is some of the food they have. Welcome in, Adventures by D. Thank you for joining. But this is some of the food they have for the Germany building. Yeah, the pretzel bite, the one pretzel stuff looks good. Then there's more games over here. Pretzel stand. This is the racer. And if you follow the history of Kennywood, this is actually designed after the original facade that they had here. Yeah, they're pretty fun whenever they have festivals and stuff. Last month they did sort of a food festival. Now they do the bites and pints where they have the beer and various foods and stuff. This one is the Polish booth, the Poland booth. And this is what they're representing for Poland. Kibasi, pierogi, fried potato cakes, and just some different ciders and stuff, but that's the Poland booth. So they have them all around the lagoon, throughout the park and everything. Here's the shooting gallery. Kind of a Western theme shooting gallery. It costs $1 for 35 shots. Although I was playing the shooting gallery at Disney World while I was down there over Memorial Day weekend. Welcome in, Ray J. Thank you for joining. Yeah, and Auntie Anne's. It's hard to tell if they do or not. Let me look at the Asia one and we'll see. Because I don't know the beers like a lot of them do, like in Epcot. I'm guessing not, because I would think in Asia they would have some type of Chinese beer or something. But this is the Asian booth. And they're kind of keeping it Asian American food that people would eat. But the food, they're keeping it within the realm of that country or theme. There is Steelers Country, the steel curtain ride. A lot of inversions on there. I'll tell you what, if you're a coaster enthusiast, this is a park to come to because they have 3 wooden coasters, then 3 of their steel coasters. And this is their headliner coaster, the steel curtain. I've ridden it a few times this year already. Yeah, that's why I don't really care for them as much. This is the extremely long line funnel cake stand. I don't know why they actually, that whole booth used to be the funnel cake stand because I actually worked there. That's one of the reasons why I don't eat funnel cake too much anymore, because that grease smell gets to me. That's all, my clothes just stunk of grease all the time.
If you don't be brave, you don't be strong.
But they shouldn't have divided that because funnel cakes are popular. They do have another booth down this way, but it's always crowded at the funnel cake stand. And I know when I worked there, it was the whole stand. Yeah, I would guess that that's what they're doing. Is more local beers, or we do have a lot of microbreweries in the area in Pittsburgh. I know just in my town alone, there's at least 3 microbreweries that make their own beer around. This year at Kennywood, you buy your souvenir cup and it's free refills all season. So you pay, I forget how much because I got mine free with my season pass. But you can go to these Pepsi fill fast stations, and then they do have them at the refreshment stand booths too. Some of the booths that you can get that. Yeah, and then you're missing out on a good ride, Tony. This is the entrance area to Kittyland. We won't go in there because they do ask you not to film in Kittyland unless you have a kid, and I don't have any kids. But that's a quick overview. They have some really cool rides for kids. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. Does help out our channel, lets people know we are live. YouTube know we're live. Yeah, Tony, we'll make you wear a Steeler shirt. Over here, they finally got this kind of figured out, this area. A beer garden. They used to have it fenced in, but now they kind of got it going. And it's kind of nicely decorated with tables and stuff, individual tables and things. So they finally got that area, but it's more just draft beers and canned beer and stuff. Local beer, the Bud Lights, the Yinglings. They do have that summer shandy, Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. This is the prices for the things. I want a stout. Now, unfortunately, I'm not a beer connoisseur. I barely drink the beer. When I do go to a microbrewery or one of these places, I usually will do a flight just to taste different ones. There's a barbecue place here. They're actually owned by this company, Rogue Barbecue. So they run this booth themselves and everything. And they have brisket nachos, pulled pork nachos, smoked half chicken, rib teaser, mac and cheese, corn on the cob. It looks like fried bananas and briskets. Fried banana peppers. What, you want, what, barbecue? This is called Rogue Barbecue. There's a lot of barbecue places around, but that's the food that they have here. Any samples or anything out. Yeah, I don't see any barbecue out. Pittsburgh does on Labor Day weekend. They have a rib festival. I've shown that a few times. Sorry, Garrett, they were out of the food because a couple people had asked. It looks like they're closing up some of the food booths because they're only open till 10 o'clock tonight. And if they run out of food or employment and stuff, like the pizza shop just closed up. Yeah, I'll probably go down to the rib festival. Here's the Mexico booth. So they probably have tacos, nachos. We'll take a look at the sign here once people move. If you really want a great ice cream cone, this is the dip cones. Chocolate dip cones are pretty good. You can get nuts or plain or sprinkles. I'll show you right here so you can see them make a dip cone. But they take the square chocolate on the cone, dip it in the chocolate. Yeah, I love the dip cones here, though. They're delicious. They're pretty famous. She got sprinkles on hers, but you can get this sprinkle mix, nuts, that, cherries, and chocolate dip. Welcome in, Billy, Kenzie Davis' mom. But the dip cones are delicious. We'll take a look at the sign for the Mexico booth. But here is the food for the Mexico booth. I'm sure you do, Garrett. There's the beers that they are offering and the wines. They have a mojito, margarita, a couple beers, tacos, carne asada. Happy Saturday, T-Town, Mariella, and thank you for joining. Here's the main entrance to Kittyland. I'll just show it to you rather quickly, but we won't be going inside Kittyland. Here is the auto race ride. I think it's like only one left in the entire world of this type of ride. It actually was locally made by a company in Beaver Falls, this auto ride car. It's a fun ride, though. They slowed it down, though. Welcome in, Francisco. Thank you for joining. Now, actually, it's electric cars, but I'll show you them. But there's what the car looks like, Garrett. And they go on a track. They used to go really fast. Hello, Martine. Welcome in. Let's see the cars there. And there goes the train. They really slowed it down, though. It used to be really bumpy when I was a kid. I would actually take a train ride. I always liked riding the train at night. If Penguin Master was with me, I would actually ride it. But it's hard to, I probably could film it. But next time when I have Penguin Master with me, I will film on there. Because that way she could sit in the front and I'll sit in the back of it. But we can take a train ride if you want. If not, we'll continue on walking around the park. Yeah, it is hard. Unfortunately, no. I've filmed on the train and two of their dark rides, just because you're not really moving. But you can't film on the coasters or anything else. And I know one time I had my camera on and the Ghostwood Estates, and the guy was like, "Oh, you really can't do it." But I put the camera down, and then once I got on the ride, just to show. But yeah, they don't really want you to, and not even with a GoPro, which is unfortunate, but that's their rules. And I think a lot of local amusement parks, I don't think Hershey or Cedar Point lets you do that, or Kings Island, but I could be wrong. I know Busch Gardens, I think, lets you if you sign up to do it. Yeah, that's why if I had penguins with me, I could actually hold it in the back seat without them knowing. And I know, like, I kind of did hold the camera one time when I was on there, but I haven't released a video of it. Yeah, I think we missed the train, so we'll have to wait. So we won't ride the train because they already loaded. and it'll take a few minutes for it. But that's the car ride right there. This is the Thomastown area. You have to walk through it to get to the train.
Almost done.
They actually shut down the Rapids ride at dusk when the sun starts going down because it's too hard to watch at night. They're raging rapids. But I'm not even sure if they reopened that yet. Because I haven't been here when it's been open. Yeah, I would have did the train. That's the old-fashioned train there. They don't have the Thomas part on there. They usually do have Thomas on the front, but it must be out for repairs or maybe he's out. Yeah, I believe so. It actually was a train that Gimbals owned, and it was called the Gimbals Flyer. And the way it originally was designed was like a coal train. And they do have a train part where they have Thomas as the engine. Yeah, it's a pretty neat train. Welcome in, Catherine Wilby. I always like riding the train. My nieces and nephews love riding the train at night. That's the Thunderbolt. Welcome in, Gilbert. Thanks for TV. Great to see ya. My niece, we could ride the train all night. That's why I can't wait for the Walt Disney World Railroad to get back. I loved riding the Walt Disney World Railroad. I remember years ago it used to run at nighttime and you could ride through the park at night, but now they shut it down early for the fireworks and stuff. That's a Thomas store. They sell all the different Thomas stuff. We'll walk by the Thunderbolt. Yeah, I want to come to Disneyland, Garrett. Right here is like a hot dog, hot sausage, French fries. On the other side is the ice cream stand. But that's the Pagoda refreshment stand. One side's the cold side with the ice cream. The other side is the hot dogs, chicken fingers, and everything. This is the game area. Hot dogs, yes. They sell corn dogs here. They have regular hot dogs, hamburgers in the cafeteria, chicken fingers. I think sometimes they have the taco stand open. They have pizza, pretzels, popcorn, cotton candy. I'm disappointed because I got chocolate covered bacon during the May openings, and they no longer have the chocolate covered bacon. Yeah, this can get dark along the river and everything. No cheeseburger egg rolls. Yeah, they don't have the Haunted Mansion ride open or the Ghostwood Estates. Yeah, I'm deeply disappointed because I tried it this year during, I think, early May. I got it and it was delicious, and I was hoping to get a piece tonight. The chocolate covered bacon. Yeah, And I love getting the chocolate covered bacon at the Polynesian resort. Yeah, they do have funnel cakes. Um, Unfortunately for me, unless I'm with someone, I do not buy the funnel cakes because I used to make them and they get to me after a while. So I usually will buy them when I have people with me or get one and share it because that smell just gets to me after making them for a few years here at Kennywood. But this is the Thunderbolt. You do have to have a partner. So unfortunately, I can't ride it even if I wasn't streaming because I'd have to find a partner.
You guys on clear and out of here. Enjoy your ride on the Thunderbolt.
Yeah, every once in a while I will get the funnel cake. Every once in a while I'll get it, but I'll either take it home.
Oh, welcome back, Blue Train. How was that ride?
Yeah, for this ride, for some reason they require you to have a partner.
Great short lecture. You guys, you can come to the school with me. We have a single rider over here.
And it kind of goes down around the bowl. It'll come flying back down around. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. There was a single rider up there and they asked some kids that were getting off if they wanted to ride it again. So he had about 5 kids. So I'm sure I could have found a partner. But I would have to stop streaming to actually go and ride the Thunderbolt. Yeah, Garrett, I would have to end the stream though, because you can't film on the ride. There goes the Phantom's Revenge. It used to be painted green. Now it's painted purple, so it's hard to see the track now. But it takes up that skyline, goes down and around, down behind the Thunderbolt, down the hill. Yeah, I probably could put you in my bag and hold you in the bag. But I don't want to lose my pass for the year. I had it for many years. Yeah, it is. See it go down? It goes down over the hillside. That's one of the advantages of Kennywood. It's actually built up on top of a hillside. So a lot of these roller coasters use the hillside architecture to do a lot of their hills and stuff. Because like when you first start on the Thunderbolt, you go right down over the hillside into the ravine and then back up to loop around to the main drop here. Yeah, I thought about that, Garrett. I could stick you in the bag and hold you. But that's the hill for that. We'll walk over by the turtle and where the Phantom's Revenge is. So you can see that going down the main hill. Hey, if you have to go, you have to go. Your game. I guess don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Hello, how are you? Yeah, it is family friendly. They do have a lot of, I don't want to say like carnival rides and everything, but they do have a lot of that rides. They do have 3 wooden roller coasters and 3 wooden roller coasters, the Racer, Thunderbolt, and Jackrabbit, and 3 steel coasters, Phantom's Revenge, Steel Curtain, and the Skyrocket. Welcome in, Billy. I'm not sure if I said hello. Welcome in, Rachel. We'll walk over to the Turtle. This is the famous potato patch French fries for your fresh cut fries. We can watch them cutting up the fries, which they're probably done doing. But here is the famous potato patch place. And you can just see the grease on the windows. It's a grease pit. But they actually, between the parks, have a potato cutting contest. Or they used to. I know when I worked at Kennywood, they used to have a potato patch cutting contest. Yeah, they are delicious. You can get bacon and cheese, gravy, seasonings. There's games and lemonade. That way. They don't have Noah's Ark lit up, which is kind of disappointing. Here's the Turtle Ride. This Turtle Ride is the only one that's existing in the country. There are no more rides like this Turtle Ride. It's kind of like a tumblebug ride, but there are no more rides like this. Yeah, really, you can make a ton of money on it. But the cars look like turtles. I'll show you them. They have to back it up to get it going. But look, they look like turtles. And it's like a tumblebug ride. There's no more that exists in the world. Yeah, like a chicken guy, but with fries. But this is the Turtle. And then you can see how the Phantom's Revenge and Thunderbolt go down over the thing. We love riding this ride. My grandparents love riding it. But there goes the Phantom's Revenge. Turtle.
If you only got around one more time, put your hands up and scream as loud as you can. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time.
But that's the Turtle Ride. My grandparents love riding the Turtle. We always had a blast there on Kennywood Day, riding the Turtle. And they have some really cool neon. That sign's been there forever. Noah's Ark's not lit up, which is kind of surprising. The whale's mouth is lit up. And he just spout out the water. We'll walk over to the old Kennywood. the Lost Kennywood that they call it, but it's actually a tribute to one of the Luna Parks that was in Pittsburgh back in the early 1900s. This is what the entrance looked like to the Luna Park that they had in Pittsburgh. And I believe it was in the early 1900s. Yeah, Garrett, I'll walk back to the Noah's Ark. If it's still open, maybe we'll walk through it. When this area first opened, they used to do a water show here. That's why they have all those fountains right there. Right behind it, it's called the Pittsburgh Plunge. They don't have it open in the evenings, but you can get kind of soaked. It's just go up the hill, down, and down into the splash zone. And people like to stand alongside it on hot days. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do anyway. Kind of come out and enjoy the lights. Because they actually, this is the first time in the last, since 2019 that they were open late. That I got to come. And then that's like the gift shop. They have a gift shop, a fountain up here. They have the whip. They have the Black Widow ride. They have some games. The whip rides back there. They also have a ride that's kind of like Goofy Sky School, but they call it, I can't think of it now, but it's like a rat ride. I can't think of what it's called right now. Yeah, I think that's what it's kind of modeled after. Some of those older parks and stuff. Because Pittsburgh used to have a bunch of different little amusement parks, but time and money, they didn't survive too well. If you lived on the north side of Pittsburgh or the North Hills of Pittsburgh, and if you're from Pittsburgh, depending on how old you are, you can remember Westview Park in the North Hills. Yes, they do, Tony. I agree. One of the reasons why I love like the Magic Kingdom and all the other parks at nighttime. But this is some of the souvenirs they sell with different rides stuff. Yeah, it is crowded. Because, like I said, since they opened at night, it's the weekend. It was a great day here in Pittsburgh. And a lot of people that are here I'm guessing they are season pass holders. I'm sure there are people who do buy the tickets. I recommend going onto their website and buying tickets because you'll get a discount there. But then they have different t-shirts, like there's a Potato Patch Fry t-shirt. And this is what it looks like on the back. I should actually buy that and send it to Jeff and wear on one of his streams a Potato Patch Fry t-shirt. But there's all kinds of t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, and everything seems to go faster on night rides, or it seems like it. But this is the area. They do have another Potato Patch Fry called Small Fries. And you can get fresh cut fries here to go also. And they have gluten-free chicken. And that's one of the swing arounds. Yeah, the Silly Symphony swings. I honestly cannot handle those swings there. I would buy a Potato Patch shirt and a steel curtain. Would you buy it for yourself? I should buy one and give it away, but then a lot of people wouldn't know with the Potato Patch unless they watch the stream. Yeah, every once in a while I'll ride them, but there's at some point it'll start to get to me, so it's like, my nephew really likes to ride them, Penguin's brother. But here is where the Steel Phantom, or the Phantom's Revenge. It used to be called the Steel Phantom. Then they changed it to Phantom's Revenge when they had to take out a lot of the redesign. But there's the curve, and we'll watch it come down around and fly past us. But here it comes. And that's the Phantom's Revenge. The Steel Phantom opened up right after one of the summers that I worked at Kennywood, my last summer at Kennywood before I went on to Walt Disney World. Yeah, it was pretty fast. The steel curtain really flies, but they have a lot of inversions. This is the Music Express ride. If you like to go around really fast and pretty much squish your ride mates, the Music Express is your ride. But that's what it looks like. They used to have a 3D movie, which isn't open. Yeah, I do play the games every once in a while. We usually do the ones where you throw them into a red or blue cup and try to win a stuffed animal. I've already won a stuffed animal for this year. Not that I couldn't win any more, but we got a lot of stuffies. A lot of times I'll go in the arcade and do the games with the tickets and stuff. Down that way is like guest services. And then they have a mix your own slushy booth down that way.
I always like Kennywood at night.
There's the back of Noah's Ark. But over there is like customer service. They do have a big customer service entrance up at the front. Yeah. When I was a kid, we'd save our tickets all summer, and I actually have a lot of the stuff left over from the summer and everything. Good evening, pass holder pair, Mike and Val. I am at Kennywood Park. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but in a suburb of West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. It's outside of Pittsburgh, along the Monongahela River, in the Mon Valley area, as they call it. Just kind of walking around, strolling, showing you around. They used to have a ride there and a volcano ride there, but it was like an upside down type of ride. During the day, you could rent these bungalows here if you wanted to. But they have picnic places and they do have lockers that you can put your stuff in. But they do have cabanas if you wanted to rent, if you wanted to do a party or something. Here's one of the other ice cream stands. Millie's Ice Cream. They're actually a business throughout Pittsburgh or around the area. Millie's, they do different homemade flavored ice creams. Not at this area, but up the road in Homestead, they have Sandcastle Water Park. It's its own separate water park. So it's not within Kennywood. They have it downriver. They bought some of the land back in the late 80s and built Sandcastle on old steel mill land. It's near what they call the waterfront, Homestead waterfront. If I ever go to the water park, I'll take pictures and then you can see it. Sometimes I drive by it on the way home, but it's hard because it's actually down along the riverfront. But that's the entrance to Noah's Ark. The actual ark isn't really lit up. I was going to go, but there's a lot of families going in there now. Well, we pretty much walked around the whole park almost, Garrett. But you enter the whale's mouth. Right here, just so you can see. You walk through the whale's mouth and work your way up to the ark. And work your way down through the ark. I have done the video before on it. No, not quite Monstro. But you walk through the whale, go up through, and then there's a little cave, and then you go across into the ark. Then I'm going to work my way to the front, just because the park's closed at 10 p.m. And it'll get pretty crowded trying to get out of here at closing. And they do play closing music, goodnight music. And we'll probably hear some of it by the time we get to the front of the park. I'm sorry I didn't take you on any rides. Kennywood really does not like you filming on rides. They do say that in their stuff. And you can't even use a GoPro on any of the rides either. So I probably could have walked through the Noah's Ark and stuff. And I've done that before. I've also done the old mill and the train. But we'll walk back up towards the front. We'll walk along the water so you can see the reflection. This is their Parkside Cafe. Right here, it has a great front porch. They have some good meals in there. There is the alien. It's like a flying saucer, and it goes up through the arms, back and forth, and spins around. Cosmic Chaos, it's called. I couldn't think of it, sorry. But this is the Parkside Cafe. Yeah, it is a fun park to come visit. Oh, we'll go this way because I can go down the path over here. That mushroom water fountain, that's been there since I was a kid. You can go to the wishing well. They donate the money to Children's Hospital. Yeah, I know a couple other amusement park type YouTubers. They do Disney and stuff, but they do a lot of like Six Flags and Hershey and stuff. They've actually been here. I actually met one of them. His name, Thrills and Seeks. He does a lot of Six Flags. I think right now he's at Kings Island and Cedar Point he was at yesterday. I know Mr. Morrow, Nate, was at Hershey today, because I had seen a picture of him at Hershey. This is the carousel. And it's funny because I was going to possibly do Hershey this weekend. Or we were going to go up to Idaho, or not Idaho, Waldermere Park. That's true, Billy. But there's the organ. It still works. That's the actual organ music. Yeah, so do I, Mike and Val. But that's the Wurlitzer organ back there. And they have a lion and a tiger carved out. Yeah, that's the thing. I get tired out at Disney, especially when I'm with like Jeff and them, because they're like giants to me. Because actually, if you haven't seen me in person, you would not know that I'm only under right at 5 feet tall, or a little bit under 5 feet tall. But Kennywood always had a great feeling. When I worked here, they used to have a show right where that steel curtain and stuff is at 9 o'clock, or I think it was 8:30. They would have a nighttime show and would sit here along the water and watch the show. And as a kid, we would be here till the closing. Yeah, the steel curtain, it is awesome. I actually got to ride it a few times right at when the park opened. Not the very first day, but one night I came out and I did it like 3 times. Almost in a row. I had to get off each time though to kind of get my balance back because it really goes around. Yes, they are paddle boats. They are paddle boats there. They used to have rowboats back in the day. They used to be rowboats, and then they, of course, when the paddle boats got invented, that's when they became paddle boats. I don't know how much you could see of the coaster there, but it's going down now. Yeah, the bumper boats would be really fun if they had them. But we'll see the steel curtain go flying by here soon. They do have bumper cars though. Yeah, that's true. This is the first refreshment stand I ever worked at when I started working at Kennywood. It is called the Midway. They have some of the same foods, but they don't have the Philly steak and cheeses anymore that they used to have. But they do have corn dogs, hot dogs, french fries, chicken fingers, popcorn. But there's their food. And there's a guy making corn dogs. We need to get making them. Yeah, hot dog on a stick corn dogs. They used to do cheese on a stick many years ago too. There's the entrance to the Jackrabbit. Along the wall there, they have a history of various coasters and rides that Kennywood had. Down along there. Here's a gift shop here. They have another smaller gift shop. They kind of changed out their merchandise and stuff. But here's some of their merchandise. There's bucket hats. They have a kids kangaroo t-shirt. But they don't have any for adults, I don't see. It's 125, well, it's actually 124 years old. Next summer actually is their 125th anniversary, but they're celebrating it all this year through next year. So it'll be 125 years old, as you can see. And there is the arcade. They have various games in here. It might lag if I go all the way in. But up along the top there, they have some old time stuff. And there is a fortune teller, a Zoltar machine back here. Yeah, that's true, Garrett. And this is their prize redemption center. If you save your card. He's out of order though. Yeah, he's out of order. Kind of looks creepy though. But unfortunately out of order. They have an old-fashioned one over here too. But she's out of order too. And then up there is like the older type of machines and stuff. Ski ball. Yeah. Hello, Samantha Lowe. Thank you for joining. I am at Kennywood Park. It's an amusement park in the suburb of Pittsburgh. This is my local amusement park. And just kind of walking my way out of the park. But I was just showing the games and Midway and everything. Because the park actually closes in about 20 minutes or so. And this area will get really crazy. Yeah, Garrett, I tried to win one of these bananas for you. For you and Gabe. If I won it, I was going to send it to Gabe. But I tried to win one time. Yeah, that's true. Here is the old mill ride. It's an indoor boat ride. I actually have done many streams on there and videos. The line's really long though, so I don't really want to. It takes a little bit of time. Here is Cowboy Joe. He's been there since I've been a kid, sitting on the bench, but he's been repainted. And that's a great picture spot. Cowboy Joe. Yeah, I'll have to try it again sometime when I'm back up there, Garrett, and see if I can win the banana. Then I'll have to see what color, if he wants the original or blue or whatever color. The Kennywood did a lot of updating and really did a lot of painting and really getting the park looking really nice, because for a while there it was looking pretty shabby. And then this is like the new entrance area that they made. You always see people sitting along the wall, but this is a great picture spot if you're with your group. And that windmill's been there for many years also. And here's the candy shop. Like I said, I was really disappointed because they had chocolate covered bacon the last time I was here. And they don't do it, so I'll have to wait for the next festival to come into town to get chocolate bacon. Or go back to Disney World, to the Polynesian Resort for their pineapple chocolate bacon. But this is the candy store. They sell fudge, bagged candy, licorice, candy apples, various fudge, as you can see. And other chocolate dipped items like Oreo and pretzels and stuff. Yeah, I gotta go back there soon and do a video from one of the Grandpa Joe's candy stores. I actually always look for licorice laces because that's my favorite. as licorice laces or licorice pinwheels. But we'll walk through the Newly Tunnel. Here's the cotton candy booth, and the line goes all the way up to the bumper cars. So I always feel bad for these people that work the cotton candy booth because they get crunched at the end of the evening. But this is the goodnight exit here. Okay, Tony, thank you for joining and have a great night. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream here probably once I get up to the top of the hill. But they actually newly repainted the tunnel and the entranceway here. I know Chris Stadbuilds is live with his late night show. I'm actually going to go this way. "20 minutes? I would say it sorta is, Garrett, and they've had problems here at times. So far, knock on wood, they haven't really had anything too much. Other parts of Pittsburgh, though, they're having trouble. But this is like the sign for all the events that'll be happening. The 4th of July week, they'll have Celebrate America, July 4th through or 1st through the 4th. We'll probably come out one of the nights before the 4th and see the fireworks. Then they'll do the fall fantasy parades with the high school and college bands. Then they'll have their Phantom Fall Fest and the Hollywood or Kennywood holiday lights. And then this is just advertising the bites and pints and all of that. So we'll walk this way out the door.
We parked pretty close.
Good night. But the parking lot's pretty full too, and it makes it hard to get out when everybody's trying to get out at once, which we all know that from Disney and Universal and everything. But here is a Carousel Horse. Yeah, it is kind of fun. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes, maybe a half hour if it's rush hour or when I can get here. I know on the way home there's a lot of construction I'll run into. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. So I'm going to turn you around. So I do thank you all for joining me this evening at Kennywood. So thank you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching the replay, make sure that you leave a comment. And if you're new watching, consider subscribing. Because we'll probably be back for fireworks during the 4th of July festival. And also other time at a couple other places around Pennsylvania and Ohio, Maryland, and maybe back in Florida. So you never know, hit that notification bell. So thank you very much for joining me this evening. I'll show you one area if you have a kid who likes roller coasters or you want to know their height and what rides they can ride. They have this center over here. And I know Hershey Park has something like that with the Hershey bars or various things, but they do have a height station. And that way you'll know what rides your kids can ride before you go in. Oh, you're welcome. There's a lot of history on Kennywood. In fact, one of their historians who wrote a book just recently passed away. He wrote Kennywood Memories book. I think his name was Charles Jockway. And if you look up Rick Seaback, he did a movie called Kennywood Memories. But I thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great night. And we will see you in the chats and let the adventures begin. Have a great night, everyone. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you all for joining. And I will see you all in the chats. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Sunday. And I will see you Wednesday, 6 p.m. for trivia. So have a great night, everyone. Bye.
What is wrong?